Welcome to That's Good Sports. I'm Brandon Perna, and today we have the most unlikely playoff matchup in NFL history. The Jaguars and the Bills. Since the year 2000, these teams have combined for one playoff win. Buffalo hasn't even made it into the playoffs since 1999 when Doug Flutie was their quarterback. Eminem has won more Oscars than the Bills have won playoff games since the year 2000. Brett Favre retired more times than the Jaguars have won playoff games during the 2000s. So I am sure there are no two fan bases more excited for playoff football this weekend than Jacksonville's and Buffalo. Congratulations, you underachieving bastards. This episode is sponsored by SeatGeek. There's a link in the description. If you use my promo code, that's good. You're gonna get $20 off your ticket purchases. If you're trying to get playoff tickets, use my code to save some money, especially if the Jags or Bills win. If one of your teams wins and you wanna go to the playoff game, I am giving you a discount. SeatGeek ranks all their ticket prices so you know what kind of deal you're getting. And trust me, playoff football ticket holders will try to gouge you. Promo code, that's good. Heading into this game, the Bills are 9-point underdogs. Just like the Titans, they are getting no respect from the betting world. However, if anything, the Bills do have karma on their side. The Bills Mafia, known for breaking their bodies on tables in the parking lot, fucking in the parking lot, throwing dildos onto the field, and fucking dildos in the parking lot, have given more than $100,000 to Andy Dalton's charity as a thank you for his magical win over the Baltimore Ravens. My first question is, will Andy Dalton shift some of his charity funds to cover the medical expenses for Bills fans who injure themselves tailgating? You should do that, Andy. My second question is, are the Bills good enough to beat the Jaguars? Now this is tough because personally, I'd love to see either of these teams go the distance. God knows Bills fans deserve it, but I really don't believe this current Buffalo team is good enough to beat anyone in the playoffs other than maybe Jacksonville. Now I'm guessing LeSean McCoy will play. He's progressing relatively well with his sprained ankle, but he's not 100%. And if he's not 100%, the Bills offense isn't 100%. The Bills offense, even at 100%, is average. If the Bills win, I think it will be because their defense forces Blake Bortles to turn over the ball. Yeah, I know that sounds obvious and cliche, but the strength of the Buffalo Bills team is their secondary. E.J. Gaines, the stud rookie Tre'Davious White, Jordan Poyer, and Micah Hyde. Those are four very solid corners and safeties that could easily shut down any of the Jaguars' underwhelming receivers. Marquise Lee is the biggest threat for the Jags, and like McCoy, he's got a bum ankle. Looking back to week 1 for Jacksonville when they lost Allen Robinson, I don't think anyone thought this team would be in the playoffs, and they could use Robinson now more than ever. Allen Hurns hasn't been the same without Allen Robinson on the other side, so two Allens do make a right, but one Allen sucks a Jag, as they say. The Bills' front seven is like the poor man's even poorer cousin who lives in a shack without indoor plumbing version of the Jaguars' defensive front seven. The Sacksonville defense is so good, it has made me believe, even with no legit threat at wide receiver, a well below average offensive line, and a Blake Bortles, that this team can not only beat the Bills this weekend, but potentially upset the Steelers and or Patriots in the playoffs. Jacksonville has two of the best corners in the league in Jalen Ramsey and AJ Bouye. This game, when you add in Tre'Davious White, has 3 of the top 5 corners in the NFL all playing in the same game. If you're a defensive coordinator, this Jags D-line will give you an orgasm that could kill you. Calais Campbell is having one of his best seasons to date, and that's saying something. Malik Jackson, former Denver Bronco, is tearing it up. Arby Jones, heir to the Arby's fortune, great nose tackle, and the sleeper defender of the year, Yannick Ngakoue, has done nothing but notch 12 sacks, 70 pressures, 43 hurries, 6 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, and a goddamn touchdown. Correction, it is not Arby Jones, Aubrey Jones. Whatever. This is what everything boils down to. Tyrod Taylor is good enough to find holes in the Jacksonville defense because of his athletic ability. He should look at what Marcus Mariota did last weekend. He had 134 passing yards with 1 touchdown, but also had 60 rushing yards. The difference between Tennessee and Buffalo, though, is Shady McCoy. LeSean, if healthy enough, can assist Tyrod with more than the 51 yards Derrick Henry put up against Jacksonville. Tyrod needs to extend plays so guys can get open in that nasty secondary and convert first downs with his legs. Jacksonville, all they have to do is make sure Blake Bortles doesn't throw interceptions and keep feeding Leonard Fournette the ball even if he's not getting big runs. Bortles in the last 2 weeks has thrown 5 interceptions, and that's why they have lost to the 49ers in a shootout and to the Titans. It is so simple for Jacksonville. This season, they are 8-0 when Bortles has 0 interceptions. Be safe with the football, condom up that football, Blake, and let your defense win the game for you. If Tyrod Taylor played for Jacksonville, they might be the favorites to go on to the Super Bowl, because since 2015, he's been one of the safest quarterbacks in terms of turnovers in the NFL. That guy knows how to condom up a football, Blake. But I'm gonna pick Jacksonville to win this game. In terms of the 9-point spread, I think it will be closer than that, maybe a touchdown margin. And Buffalo, I apologize for not picking you. But based on the fact that the Patriots beat you by 20 and 21 points earlier this season, you give me no confidence in being able to beat them even if you win this game. And these playoffs for me and the AFC are all about beating the piss out of the motherfucking Patriots. And if I don't think your team can fucking do it, I'm not picking you to win the goddamn game. Sorry, I really hate the Patriots. I think Jaguars fans and Bills fans can at least agree with me on that. If you like these videos, please subscribe here on YouTube. Give me a follow on Twitter at Brandon Perna. Share the shit out of the videos. And I'm on Patreon, patreon.com/ThatsGoodSports. That's what's gonna keep me alive, keep me independent, fan funding. That is the future of sports dickheads like me talking about whatever they want.